Hi guys, let's take a look at this problem number 10 from this section. So we are given this information. We are looking at the radius of a balloon. And this balloon, of course, the radius depends on how much air, the volume of the air in the balloon, right? So therefore you can see this function is given by the radius depends on the the volume. And of course, when you pump air into the balloon, the longer you pump the air, the larger the volume. So therefore, the volume also depends on the time. So as a consequently, the radius depends on the time. So the first task that we want to do is to find the composite function R of V of t. So I'm gonna copy paste the question to here now. So instead of finding the I would like to change the problem a little bit here so that you have your opportunity to practice this problem. So I'm going to change this to, instead of 10 plus 20t, I'm going to say 10 plus 30t, okay? That's what I would like to do. So how do you find this composite function? So if you remember R of V of t, so I do the inside out. So what is V of t? This is my V of t. So therefore, I'm gonna change this, write the inside part. So 10 plus 30t. That's what my R of V of t. And then after that, to continue, uh, I hope that you feel comfortable when we discuss how to evaluate function. It really, you should look at this. Whatever you see here, you should substitute it right here, right? So if you see a smiley face, then you should plug in a smiley face right there. What you see is what you plug in. So with that, how do I evaluate this one? I'm gonna say R of 10 plus 30t. So what I see is 10 plus 30t. So I'll plug that in, substitute that inside of V. So this is what I would do. So 10 plus 30t. That's how substitution should be done. Now after that, let's simplify. So cube root of 3 times over 4 pi. And what I do see that 10 is a common factor, so I'm going to factor out my 10. I'm left with 1 plus 3t. Okay, keep in mind, this is my problem. Yours is a little different. So now, do you see that this and this, they can cancel a 2? So that's what I would have, right? And then at the end, mine would look like this. 15 cube root of 15, 1 plus 3t. That's what I have, divided by 2 pi. Okay, that's my R of V of t. You see that eventually it's a function in terms of t. Now, second part of the problem is what is the exact time in seconds when the radius reaches 10 inches? So, what is your radius? The radius is this is your radius. So you want to find the time t right here, the time t, so that this radius is 10. So you have a so-called equation that involve cube roots, right? So how do we solve this problem? Uh, the problem can be solved by raising to the. So let's zoom in a little bit there. So how would I solve this problem? I'll say I'm gonna raise this to power 3 because this is cube root. I want to raise to power 3. So that's what I would do, right? So let's see when we raise to power 3, the left side, the cube root will be gone. So you have 15, 1 plus 3t divided by 2 pi equals 1,000. And then we need to multiply both sides by 2 pi to clear the denominator. So once we do that, we have 15 uh, times, so this is cancel, right? So 15 times 1 plus 3t equals 2000 pi. And then your job is to solve this t. Now this is just a linear equation that we have been covered at quite a bit of time ago. So I would expect you to divide 15 so that this just becomes 1, and then eventually solve for the t. So that's the hint that I have for this particular problem.